Hey guys, what's going on? Supero here. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to go over my rounds 18 review. I scored 2,168, dropped in the ranks 4,127 spots, which is pretty bad. Yeah, probably the worst week I've had this year. Got 6 out of 9 tips right, which doesn't mean anything. But anyway, going over the team, where did I F up? Basically, the captaincy was the main cause. Had the VC on Nick Dacos, and yeah, he didn't go that great. So when we have people like Bont in our team going 174, that was a real bad miss there from us. But yeah, what can you do about it? I thought Dacos was the obvious choice, and then they just got belted by the Suns, and somehow they managed to come within striking range and only lose by 6 points, which is pretty ridiculous, to be honest. And thank God that the Suns actually held on there, because that would have been a disaster if they didn't. But yeah, we decided to go into merit with the C. So most people probably would have done the same here. And yeah, we just copped a shocking score from merit. He looked like he was going all right through the second quarter, and then just dropped off a cliff in the last the second half. So yeah, not ideal there. 96, pretty disappointing stuff. And yeah, we also got heaps of shocking scores on the field this week. So we had Holmes wasn't playing in the midfield for some reason, which was a bit ridiculous in my opinion. So hopefully he goes back in there, which was a bit silly. What's going on? It's already freezing up on me. But yeah, Rosie's got a hand or a wrist complaint, so he might not be playing this week. So that's not ideal. Dale, yeah, not. Oh, I don't think Adelaide are the greatest matchup. But 93, he's actually pretty cheap now, so he's a good value option if you don't have him. Just have a quick. I think they did have like one of the better fixtures for Des kicks. Western Bulldogs. So I got a hard matchup this week. Not too bad. He's probably gone through the games that were pretty favourable. St Kilda seemed to have a pretty nice run coming home, even with the midfielders as well. I was having a look at that. I think they've got the actual best run. Yeah, pretty nice. Got 4 in a row there. So anyway, go back to the team. Whitfield was good. Sinclair's pretty cheap as well. So he's someone, if you want to get rid of like a Rosie, maybe go Sinclair just for his run. I think that makes a bit of sense. It's pretty nice. He should come good for us. He's been a bit on and off recently. Callum Mills, I didn't really watch too much of footy this week. Was a bit sick, so that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. And yeah, going into the midfield, Bont is unbelievable with the 174. Hewitt was pretty good, actually. I think he was influential in the last sort of quarter, but they couldn't get the job done, I believe. Yeah, it was a bit of a stitch up for the Blues fans, hey? And then Sarong, yeah, not ideal stuff from him. I think he copped a bit of attention, you would imagine, from Hawthorn. And then Neil was pretty decent, which was a bit of a surprise. Nice and cheap as well, which is good. But yeah, would you want to get him in? Not too sure. I think there's other good value options around the same mark. Warner's been all right. He's still got CBA times. He just hasn't had a good year this year. It's just a bit frustrating. And yeah, Doherty, probably should trade him out at this point. He's just not ideal. Like him and Mills and Rosie just fielding a couple shocking scores on my field, which is not great in the slightest. But yeah, the good news is Doherty's got that DPP flex, DPP swing, so I can swing him into defence now if I want to, and get rid of Rosie if that is the case. That maybe he's going to miss a couple of weeks, maybe I do that. But I feel like maybe I should hold on to Doherty. I think some of the guys are coming back though, like who is it? Sard and Silvani might be coming back this week, so that might affect his scoring now. But they do have Melbourne, which is a green matchup, so I'll just hold him for that, I reckon. See how he goes. Callum Mills has been a bit like Doherty, a bit up and down, which is annoying, but what can you do, I guess? And yeah, Cherry's going to be getting suspended, which won't be ideal, so I will have to trade him out. Witts came back for a decent score, which is good. Got robbed this week. Probably pumps out 100. like last time. But yeah, it is what it is. I think I'll just hold him. His fixture's not that sexy coming forward. Maybe when he starts to play like his last 4 rounds, I think it's okay. Pretty nice. Should be all right. But then Jackson, yeah, he's been up a bit down lately. I don't know what's going on with him. Got a nice fixture coming up, so should bounce back. Yeah, not sure how Brisbane go, honestly. So that's the Gold Coast play Brisbane? No. Well, Witts will be playing Brisbane soon, so I'll wait and see. And then Bailey Smith, yeah, just a down game. I don't know if he's 100% right or not, but it is what it is. And then, yeah, Jack McRae is a nice option if you don't have him, bring him in for the run, the 4 greens that I was going on about. That looks pretty nice. Rankin, yeah, he's been a shocking pick, but yeah, he can score well. He wasn't scoring as well as we would have liked him to score throughout the season. And then Petrarca, probably just needs a new club at this point. He's just, what's the go with Melbourne, honestly? But yeah, the fixture's starting to look a bit nicer coming for the next 3 rounds. So hopefully he can start pumping out some 100+ scores for us. That'd be ideal. And yeah, Bolton is super cheap. What a piece of shit he is. No, he's not a piece of shit. He's a good bloke, but yeah, it's just his scores haven't been that great. Pumped out a 90, which is a bit refreshing. Good to see. Got West Coast coming up in round 20, so that's nice. But yeah, hopefully Shea Bolton can play good for us. And then McCarthy with the 87. Yeah, that's good. He's got what defender status midfield. Yep, he's just in my flex A, averaging 100, which is cooked. But going over the team, what do I want to do coming forward? Not too sure, honestly. I think I've made up my trade plans. I might go with Cherry and Rosie out. So yeah, leaves a midfield spot open now that I can swing Doherty back, so that's pretty nice. I think the most logical move for me would be to trade in Brayshaw. I think he's at a very nice price. And yeah, for an average of 117.9, that's a bargain. So yeah, we'll take that. And yeah, we'll grab Gawn as well, I think. You could probably wait a week on Gawn, but I think I was planning to trade Witts to Gawn, actually, but now I just trade Cherry to him, so it'll work out either way. But can't afford Grundy. I could try and get in Grundy and a 400k player, which there aren't too many ideal options at that price point. Just can't, if Horn Francis was available, that would have been alright, but yeah, just couldn't afford him. So I think this one makes a bit more sense. Just grabbing Brayshaw, he's the number 1 midfielder, isn't he? Which is pretty crazy that he's the number 1 mid. So yeah, it makes sense. Bargain basement level price for him this week. So yeah, that'll be good to finally get him into the side. And yeah, get Gawn back in. Cherry's just hasn't been as good. I didn't think Gawn was all that good either on the weekend. He kind of looked a bit slow, but don't know if he's just versing hard opponents where he's just it's taken it out of him a fair bit. But anyway, it leaves me with 2 trades. The team, still have Doherty and Mills, which is a bit of a concern, honestly, that I might have to field these guys. But, at least we've got, I don't know, McCarthy there. I'll just put McCarthy back in the flex just so the team makes a bit more sense. But yeah, we can't get the 23rd primo, so that's not ideal. But yeah, I think I might just do this. Just can't afford to be dropping in the ranks any lower. I think 2 trades, so I'll just risk it for the biscuit now. We've got May on the bench and yeah, McCarthy's there, but yeah, we might be able to get someone else in later on when McCarthy sort of maxes out. Still got a fair bit of coin to be made. But yeah, that's the team. The VC and C options, what are we looking at? So GWS player, most likely if you got Tom Green, put the VC on him. I don't have him. Whitfield, I don't know if I would do that. Oh yeah, actually Whitfield might not be too bad. Isn't Essendon like the best matchup for defenders? GWS. Yeah, they are. Could go that. Could go a VC and Whitfield if we wanted to. I'm not really sure. Like, I think VC Whitfield for my team probably makes sense. If you got Tom Green, go him. Maybe even Callaghan. He's another guy that you could do. Brisbane versus Dogs. Not too sure about that. Don't know about Butters. He might get a tag, you would imagine, from Nash. Hawthorn, Sydney. Yeah, you could go some Sydney below. Oh, I probably wouldn't be comfortable putting the VC on Warner, though. He's got some 130s in there. Hopefully they can just score well for us. Like, hopefully Mills should be primed for at least a 90 plus. And who else is there? Richmond and West Coast. No, I don't really have any West Coast players or Richmond players, so not ideal. The Cats and the Saints. If you got Rowan Marshall, could be a good fallback option if he's a solo ruck. Oh yeah, Gawn's an option actually against TDK. I don't know. I think I'd rather do like a VC on Hewitt over Gawn if I was going to do that one. I think pretty sure that midfielders play pretty well against Melbourne. Just double check. Carlton, yeah, green matchup. So yeah, Hewitt's in there. If you've got Jordan Dawson, he could be a good option as well. What does this need for emergencies? Just bloody bugger off, please. Yeah, so the projected isn't ideal. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. VC and C, who knows at this point. There's probably like a real obvious one that I haven't looked into yet. It's probably gone, eh? Jackson, not sure about him. What's Bailey Smith's record like? Pretty sure. Doesn't Jack McRae score pretty well? Yeah, 162. Jeez. Yeah, so he's there. It's Jack McRae. There's a fullback C option maybe. Maybe someone a captain in draft. Could get a tag though. That's the other thing. I think, yeah, O'Shane Mullen tagged Tom Green, so could be on the cards. Yeah, so the Horny Man's quite cheap if you need to get him in. I think that's a pretty valid one. And yeah, Brodie Grundy, everyone wants him, but I think for my sake, it makes way more sense just to grab Brayshaw and Gawn. But yeah, even though they're pretty like highly owned, you would imagine. But VC and C, this is what my most favourable run is, I think, in terms of like those ones. What about the Bont? Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure at all, eh? I think I'm leaning more towards something like this. Maybe Brayshaw even on debut could be a good shout. They probably want to win that game, eh? Ooh, 154 there. Yeah, he's got a pretty nice run coming up. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a good time to get Brayshaw if you don't have him. So, yeah, I don't know. This is just kind of what I'm feeling like at the moment. Probably do this. VC Whitfield into Hewitt. Hewitt might be a bit more risky. Could get a tag or something, but don't think that'll be the case. I don't think they really tag anyone, do they? Oh, well, they got Clayton Oliver, don't they? Tagging people now, which is a bit odd. Oh, Langdon in there. Yeah, so doesn't look like they wouldn't go after Hewitt, surely. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Have a look at the league real quick. So obviously Kobe's still up the top. No one's going to get up there. I'm all the way down in 11th, so hopefully I can come back and get into the top 8 this week. But yeah, it's a bit of a tight one. Who have we even got? Let's have a quick look. It's still from last week. Immortal Wizard. Healing Hikes Australia. Right. Yeah, so should be an interesting matchup. Like, there's heaps of value options. So I wish I went McKercher over Doherty. Now it's like really hurting. Should have done that. He's got Jack Martin on field, which is interesting. I wonder if he's going to get dropped. He might after a loss, but I think we got like DeConing coming back, and Brian Myers, he was absolutely killing it. So yeah, that was crazy. I think with DeConing coming back, Myers won't be really dropping down back as much as he was if you got him. But yeah, he's a bit of a pod, Myers. So yeah, that role that he has at the moment's pretty cooked. But yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last. He's still pretty decent, like a bit of a pod player. We've got a pretty good run coming home. But yeah, I'm worried a little bit about if DeConing comes back, what does that do to like the defense structure? And the defense structure was questions a little bit with the GWS game. But anyway, guys, let me know how you guys are going. This is pretty bad from my end, dropping pretty far down in the ranks. Kind of have dropped off a fair bit this year. It's my last year of uni, masters, doing architecture. So yeah, it's bloody a grind. You have to all the all-nighters, and architecture's cooked. But yeah, I've kind of lost a bit of touch with SuperCoach this year. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, next year I should be primed for a massive comeback. Hopefully, more time to spend on SuperCoach. But yeah, let me know how you guys are going. Thanks. See ya.